Well, hey there, everyone. It's Sue here, and I am joined today by Erin Norden from the Clean Beauty Market. Thank you so much for joining us today, Erin. Erin is the owner and founder of Clean Beauty Market, and she's a self-confessed beauty junkie. She's a professional makeup artist and a clean beauty advocate. Erin has worked as a freelance makeup artist for over 15 years, and on her journey to transition her professional and personal products to non-toxic, she spent years researching ingredients and brands, which led her to open the Clean Beauty Market in 2017, as she couldn't find the shopping experience she wanted, either a physical store or online. So the Clean Beauty Market has become the leading Australian clean beauty source, and Erin has appeared in and contributed for publications such as Marie Claire, Elle, Who, Body and Soul, The Daily Mail, Cosmopolitan, and the list goes on and on. She was featured on Studio 10 and Koshi's Business Builders as the entrepreneur in the spotlight on Channel 7. And Erin is passionate about change within the beauty industry and all women having access to clean beauty products and ingredient education. Now, I've been really intrigued by this whole idea of clean beauty for quite a while now, and this is why I wanted to bring Erin on and have a chat to her on this interview. So Erin, thank you again so much for joining us. And I would love it. I've just done a little brief introduction there on you and the Clean Beauty Market, but I would love it if you could tell us a little bit about your story, particularly about how you got started as a makeup artist and I guess what led you down the path of clean beauty.
Yeah, I would love to share. So like you said, I have been a makeup artist for about 15-ish, maybe over that years. I'm 37 now, so it's been a while. And yeah, I started off actually after I finished high school, so all the way back then. I had always wanted to do makeup and wanted to go straight into learning about makeup, but I took a different kind of path initially. I did go to uni first. I think my parents were sort of behind that, maybe encouraging me to do that first.
Me too.
Yeah, that's right. And so, yeah, so I did that first. And I mean, it's a good thing. But after I'd finished that, that's when I went back and I did makeup and learned makeup. And then following on from that, I was working in retail makeup. So I was working for Napoleon Purtis. So this was way back in the day. And I was working in one of their retail stores in management. So it was actually really good practice, as anyone would know, you're working in retail makeup, because you're doing that you're doing makeup after makeup after makeup because you've got the redeemable makeup thing. So it's sort of back to back. So that was really good, I guess, practice straight out of learning makeup, just to get that practice and get my skills up. I was there for a few years, and then after that I decided to go more into freelance. So mainly weddings and events and things like that. And that's basically where that started. And I have like taken little breaks, I guess, in my makeup career to do other things, but I always come back to makeup. I love it. I'm not much, I never did like hair or anything like that. I really just stuck to makeup. And I think it was probably about 10 or so years ago that I started to take more of an interest in clean makeup. So I guess I'd noticed through my own skin and also doing other people's makeup that there were certain things that would irritate skin, and people were having these sorts of reactions, and myself as well. So I started looking into ingredients and things like that. And once you start with that sort of thing, it's really hard to sort of stop. Yeah, because you sort of, once you're learning things, you can't really unlearn them, and then it just becomes, oh, okay, and then you're sort of interested in learning more, and on it goes. So that's when I really took an interest in more clean, kind of skin-friendly, organic, natural makeup and skincare products. And I was trying to, I guess, offer these kinds of options to people and get these kinds of products in my professional kit. But I was this was probably, this was about 10 years ago. So we had really limited options. I couldn't find anything. I could find a few things here and there. I certainly couldn't find anywhere to shop them other than like the health food store, which for any makeup artist or even somebody who's just really into makeup shopping, that whole experience is just a bit blah. you know, you want to go in, you want options, you want to, you know, it's just, it was kind of missing. And there weren't many products available. There weren't many brands available. And when you did find things, you'd find kind of certain things, but then you wouldn't find everything. So in my kit, I sort of had a bit of a mishmash, and as any professional makeup artist would know, the performance factor is really key. You want things to be lasting. You want a really flawless finish. And so that was quite hard. So I had a bit of a mix of products at that time. And over time, you know, there are a few kind of brands coming out and stuff like that. But I started doing a lot of my own research about brands and ingredients, and I realized there were actually quite a few, this is over the years, brands coming out, and you know, good makeup brands, good skincare brands, and there was nowhere to buy these brands in Australia. So certainly nowhere in like a physical store, and online was very hit and miss. So I guess it's that thing of you kind of create something that you wish existed. For me, I wanted makeup, skincare, and other products, I guess, that were really high performance, but also had safe ingredients, and the brands were ethical, no brands that animal test. And I found lots of different brands from all around the world, and basically just decided that wouldn't it be cool to have them all here in a brick and mortar store and an online store for people to be able to access, so that they could have those high performance products that were safe to use, and just make them available. So it was 2017. I kind of had that idea for a little while. Wouldn't it be nice to have a store? And it was 2017. I was on maternity leave with my youngest daughter, and she was about 8 months old, and I just thought to myself, it's kind of now or never. I felt like I just had to make that decision. And to be honest, I had no idea how would you open a retail store? Where do you even start with that? How do you, and a lot of the brands we are from overseas. So we're importing these products. So it was quite a process, but actually once I kind of made the decision to do it, it was probably within 3 months that we kind of had found a space, and we started setting up the store. And we started with about, I think it was 25 brands, and over the 2 years we've grown it to over 50 now.
Wow.
So in all different categories. So we've got makeup, skincare, hair care, your more inner wellness products, body products, but certainly everything is high performance. And we do have a lot of makeup artists that are just so relieved that there's some options now that they can use that, go the distance. So yeah.
Absolutely. I want to come back and talk about the performance factor that you mentioned, because I've had a bit of experience there. But before we do that, can I just get you to really clarify for us? Because I know I get confused sometimes, and I'm sure there are other people out there who become confused also.
Yep.
What is clean beauty? Is it the same as organic? Where does vegan fit in, and natural? So how do you actually define clean beauty?
Yeah, these are awesome questions. And I mean, clean is, anyone really, and it is hard because anyone really can use the word clean and attach it to their product or brand. And how do you really know if it's clean? So you do have to find, I guess, a brand or a store that you trust in terms of that. But basically clean to us is safe ingredients. So yes, most of our products are, composed of more natural organic ingredients, but there is a place for synthetic ingredients in products. We just ensure that each and every ingredient is safe. And then attached to clean are other aspects of ethical kind of aspects of that brand. So how they source their ingredients is usually ethical. They don't test on animals, so they're cruelty free. Vegan, yes, a lot of them are vegan, but not everything is vegan. There are some products, for example, that contain honey or beeswax. Yeah, so not everything is vegan, and I think that's actually an interesting point, because a lot of brands will have, say, vegan or cruelty free attached to their marketing. However, vegan and cruelty free does not necessarily mean safe ingredients. So it's important actually to kind of be aware of that, I guess, that there are a few differences there.
Yeah. And why do you think it's important to go down that path of clean beauty for professional makeup artists, I guess?
Well, I think we should all be really aware of what we're putting on our body. As everyone knows it, everyone's heard it. It's a bit cliche, but it's true. Your skin absorbs what you put on it. Most of us, well, not most of us, maybe a great deal of us now are very concerned with our lifestyle, our dietary choices. It's the same. Your body's absorbing what you're putting on. Unfortunately, as well, it is an industry where it's largely unregulated. So we do have to be, we do have to do our own research, and we do have to find a brand or a store or a product that we trust, or do a bit of research ourselves, because it's not exactly regulated for us. So it is important. I know it gets overwhelming for people, and we try and kind of take the anxiety out and just keep it easy, but it's one of those things. It's sort of, if the best way I can kind of connect it to is, we're interested in what we eat, we're concerned with what we're putting on our bodies, and it's the same with what we're putting on our skin.
Yeah. And I guess it's the same, when it comes to being a professional and applying makeup and skincare products to other people, that we have that duty of care to our clients in the chair. And of course, we always, we should always go through that little consultation in the beginning. Are you allergic to anything? Do you have any skin sensitivities that I should be aware of? I have this little spiel that I do as soon as someone sits down in the chair. And it's interesting how often we get people that will say, oh, I'm allergic to XYZ brand. And well, you can't actually be allergic to a brand. You can't even be allergic to a product, but you're allergic to or sensitive to a specific ingredient in one of those products.
Right. So, and obviously identified it's with, using that brand.
Yeah.
And it could be too, like, for example, say synthetic fragrance, that can be a really common irritant for a lot of people. But, within labeling, if you see the word fragrance, there can be other things within that fragrance that you don't know of. So, I mean, for us, we don't have any synthetic fragrance in any of our products, and that solves that, issue. But, it's interesting. It is really, it's difficult. And sometimes it's hard to know what's causing the irritation or, what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's have a little bit of a chat about this performance issue, because I know that this is something that I experienced, and I guess why I kind of haven't gone down this path of clean beauty. And it's probably a similar timeline to what you were talking about, that kind of 10 years ago, I guess. So it probably was about 10 years ago, just after I'd moved to Brisbane, and I was doing a lot of editorial and commercial work then. And one of the clients that I was working for, and I won't mention names, but it's a magazine that's produced here in Brisbane, which is all about natural and organic and ethical and all that sort of thing. So I would do a lot of shoots with them, fashion shoots or whatever. And they would always want me to use particular makeup, which I guess they had been sent from various different
Yeah.
organic, natural, what have you companies.
Mhm.
And I actually found it frustrating at the time because often a lot of the products that they would send would not perform as I wanted them to. Now, okay, that I'll put my hand up. It could have been a bit of user error, and I really wasn't that sure on how to use some of those products. I remember that we did a shoot once, and it was all about red lips, and they had 10 different red lipsticks that they had been sent from 10 different companies. And the variance in the performance of those lipsticks was incredible. Some of them were actually as good as anything I've ever used, and others of them were wishy-washy and just as soon as I put them on the model, they smudged everywhere.
Yes.
Has that improved? Did I just have a bad experience there, or
Well,
has it gotten better? And do we have access to better performing clean and natural products now than we did, say, 10 years ago?
definitely. But just, yeah, on that, I think it doesn't really matter. Like, it's interesting because it doesn't matter whether like a product is clean or not clean. As makeup artists, we all have things that we've identified through our search of different products that work well. So there are actually a lot of crappy clean products, and there are a lot of crappy mainstream products.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't matter if a product's clean or not. Across the board, we always come into things that we go, I'm not going to use that. No, I've got, you got your favorites and they're tried, tested. So I don't know necessarily that it is a matter of it being clean or mainstream, rather than just finding a high performance product.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, yes, it is. It's come a long way. The developments in the formulation of clean makeup it's probably since that 10 years, was it 10 years or so?
Yeah, it would have been 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we are so lucky. We've got an abundance of amazing clean brands, and those as well that have been around for a while, they've often changed their formulas or perfected their formulas over time because they've realized that didn't quite work, or as I guess some mainstream companies do as well. But yeah, we have so many options that definitely perform. There are so many amazing brands, and it has come a long way in 10 years for sure, and it just keeps getting better and better. So yeah, definitely it'll be quite different.
Yeah, awesome.
But we all have our favorites, clean or not.
Of course. And what about, are there a lot of really great Australian clean beauty brands?
Yeah, there are a few. And I think a few of them have changed, like I was saying, have changed their formulations from like say 10 years ago. There are a few. I mean, there's just so many from all around the world. We certainly have lots from everywhere. I wish there were more Australian makeup brands, to be honest, that were really high performance. And I'm sure we'll see that over the coming years as people become more aware of what's in their products, and they really up their standards for brands and what they expect. So I think we'll see more of them, but there are some really good Australian ones, and yeah, plenty from all around the place. So yeah, you definitely don't, you can have it all. You don't have to compromise on the performance.
Yeah. So what are some of the brands that we should be looking out for? What are some of your favorites? And, so particularly for, well, I guess for both consumers and for makeup artists, what are some of the really good brands to keep an eye out?
I love this question. So some of the best brands, obviously each brand as well has like standout categories.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But there's a brand called Fit Glow Beauty. They're a Canadian brand. They're amazing. They actually, their makeup is like, they do skincare and makeup, and their makeup's an extension of their skincare. So every makeup product is good for your skin. But they're very high performance products. Their concealers are, there's a brand called K Weiss, and I always say this wrong, so if anyone knows that brand, I'm sorry. It's just a hard one to say. But that's a beautiful brand. They do a lot of cream products. What else? Vapor is a beautiful brand. They do some amazing foundations and lipsticks. Hush and Dotty, that's another brand. That's an American brand, and they, the founder of that, a lot of these founders are makeup artists of these particular brands. And the Hush and Dotty founder, she is a makeup artist, and so all her products are just beautiful. What else? Clove and Hallow, that's another amazing clean brand. They do beautiful lipsticks. They're our best-selling lipsticks. Alima Pure, there's lots. There's so many. I think we've probably got makeup alone about 20 brands.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's so many great options, and it is a little bit like, oh, where do I start? Yeah, but we can like definitely help people navigate through that, because it is there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that dovetails really nicely into my next question, which is going to be, how can we as makeup artists incorporate more clean beauty products into our kits and into our professional services?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the time, people who are wanting to do that, I suppose one of the main kind of concerns that comes up is, do I have to get rid of everything straight away and just like throw it all in the bin and start again? And no, you don't. Of course you don't. As things run out, you can replace. But I would suggest probably talking, if people are shopping with us at Clean Beauty Market, to talk to us, and we will help you find the things that you need. We're all makeup artists that work at Clean Beauty Market, so we understand the products and what's best of each category. But as you run out of things, just replace them that way, and talk to us for some tips and recommendations. I think that's probably the easiest way, because when you're sort of new and you don't know any of the brands and products, it can be quite confusing, and can be expensive if you're just throwing everything out. And you don't need to do that.
Exactly. And I think, you're right, because there are certain products that we do replace quite frequently. Like I'm just thinking mascara, for example.
Yes.
I know I probably replace mascara every anywhere between 1 to 3 months, depending on how busy I am.
Yeah.
And that is a product that has the potential to be quite irritating to people, because it is so close to their eyes. So perhaps that's a really good one to start with. What's your favorite mascara?
I was jumping the gun. I was like, well, you should try the Lily Lolo mascara, the Big Lash. That's very good. They have two. They've got one that's sort of still pretty like voluminous and lengthening, but their Big Lash is like turbocharged.
I'm going to try that one.
Yeah, that one's really good. Yeah.
Does it come in waterproof?
Not that one, no. I mean, it won't smudge, but it's not waterproof. It is a little bit tricky to make a waterproof clean mascara. Probably the Fit Glow Beauty one is water resistant, and that one is like a serum as well, so it helps grow and strengthen your lashes.
Awesome.
Which a lot of people like. Yeah.
Lovely. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to go shopping now.
Yeah. You should definitely come for a play. There's
well, when I'm allowed to drive to the Gold Coast again.
Totally. Yeah. When we're all allowed out.
Yeah, when we're allowed out. But of course you do have online shopping, so that's fantastic. Yeah. So obviously, your storefront, is it closed completely at the moment with?
No, it's not. It's reduced hours. So where, and on the days we are open, it's reduced. So 10 till 2. We're still getting people come in, but obviously a lot more people shopping online at the moment. Is fine, and we have kind of tweaked our business a little bit to accommodate that as well. So So what sort of services do you offer in store? So usually
in normal times.
Normal times. Usually we have beauty services. So we do facials, hydrofacials, oxygen facials. We do henna brows and plant-based like lash tinting and stuff. And we do makeup as well. So we offer a makeup service, makeup lessons, makeup workshops we run regularly. So that's in normal times. That's what we usually do. But right now we do none of that.
And so how have you pivoted, and what's different now with the coronavirus upon us?
Yeah, we have pivoted, and I mean, it's kind of been, I guess, a bit of a good thing for me. You know, there's always a silver lining, I think, and one of the things that it's kind of steered me to is obviously the online store, but helping people navigate online shopping. So we are now offering like a free 15-minute clean beauty consult where people can call up and just chat with us for 15 minutes about things like their skincare. A lot of people are looking for, you know, things, but they don't know where to start. So we can help sort of talk them through that, understand their skin, and then make the recommendations. Or makeup products, people are really confused by what colors, you know, to choose and things like that. So we can help them over the phone. They can send us a picture. So that's been actually really good because we do obviously ship all around Australia, and that's something that people need anyway, coronavirus or no coronavirus. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So I think it might be something that will be here to stay because we've been quite busy with those and just trying to help people kind of do that online. Our locals are still coming in, but for those people who don't want to kind of get out of their car and they just want a really quick kind of service, we're doing curbside delivery. So we'll pack their order up, they'll call it, order ahead, and then we'll just pop it in their car for them or have it unpacked up. Which is quite fun. But yeah, we're doing a lot more kind of virtual engagement with our community. So we're doing a series of virtual girl chats at the moment, where we speak to different professionals in different areas. So things like nutrition, mental kind of health and mental well-being, clean beauty, makeup artists, and just having these girl chats where we can share more information with people while they're at home. They can learn some things and we can engage with them that way. So yeah, it's been kind of good. It's kind of forced me over that side. Because with the retail side, you get so caught up in the day to day. So it's been, I think, a bit of a blessing in disguise to kind of focus on. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so talk to me a bit more about these girl chats. How do we find out about them? Are they open to everybody or?
So it's a series of Instagram lives.
Okay.
So we'll be running them like continuously for the next, I don't know, however long we're stuck inside. So basically, if people go to our Instagram and follow us on Instagram, we're putting up posts about what's coming up in the virtual girl chat. So you can then pencil that in your diary and then tune in when we go live with that person if you're interested in that topic. So
awesome. Yeah. And what's your Instagram handle? I'll pop it up on the video.
It's just at Clean Beauty Market.
Okay, lovely. Cool. And the other thing I wanted to ask you about was the 15-minute consultations. How do people book into those? Do they just ring up?
They can book online. So if you can just go directly to our website, so www.cleanbeautymarket.com.au, or they can go to our Instagram, click the link in the bio, and then that'll take them straight through. So they can just book in a time slot, and then we call them.
Okay, lovely. And do you just do those over their phone? Do you do them like over Zoom or anything like that?
We do them over the phone, but if we need photos, like if it's more for makeup, we can grab a photo by email or Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. Now, is there anything else that you would like to add? Anything else that you think we haven't covered about clean beauty and why it's important?
Look, I don't think so. If people want to do a bit more research around ingredients themselves, you may or you may not. But if you did, there are things that will help you with that. So there's the EWG database, which is online, and you can pop any ingredient in there and it will come back at you with like a score as to whether it's safe or not.
Okay, lovely.
And there's also the Think Dirty app as well. So you can download that app on your phone and you can like pop products in there. And if they're registered, they'll come back with information about where they score on the Think Dirty scale. So that's just a little bit of, if people want to kind of start dabbling and learning more, they're two tools that can be quite useful.
Awesome. And what was the first one? EWG database?
Yeah, that's on just on the internet. If you go there, it's a database and it's got all different ingredients and chemicals. So people can just, if you like label reading and you go, I don't know what that is,
Yeah.
yeah, you can just pop that in there and then it'll come back with more information about that particular ingredient.
Yeah, and I think that is something really important. You know, I mentioned before that we do have a duty of care to our clients.
Yeah.
And I think getting a bit of that knowledge of some of these ingredients, and I'll admit, you know, okay, I know what parabens are and I know what like dimethicone is and those sort of things, but there are a lot of things when I read those ingredients lists that are words that are this long and I have no idea what those things are. So I think that it is a good knowledge to have. You know, otherwise we're just relying on marketers to tell us that something is safe. So yeah, okay. All right, lovely. Now, do you have any special promotions or any other special offers in the store that you have coming up that you want to let people know about?
Anything that we do have, and we do have them regularly, the best thing for people to do is to jump on our website and join the mailing list.
Awesome, yes.
They'll get 10% off their first order, but also if we do run any promotions or we do quite a few like gift with purchases and things like that, once they're on the list, they'll get those delivered to their email. So that's probably the best way to connect with us, and by Instagram too.
All right, lovely. And I'll make sure that I put all of those details down in the description box below the video. So you can just go down and check out down there. My other question was, do you ship internationally or is it just within Australia?
No, we do ship internationally as well. So yeah, anywhere really. And we're doing more of that these days. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I guess with all the online ordering and everything. So yeah. And what one other question I'd love to know, what is your vision for Clean Beauty Market?
Oh, well.
What would you really love to see? Sorry, I put you on the spot there.
No, that's all right. Well, actually, it was funny that you asked right before this coronavirus business. We do want to open more stores. Retail is different to what retail was back in the day. So we have been very careful not to open stores too quickly. It's been about 2 years now. I think we're probably ready to open another store, and right before the coronavirus we were looking at store locations in other states and things like that. So that's definitely in our plan. Maybe a little bit halted now due to this. It's probably not the best time to open another retail store right now.
Exactly.
But yeah, when everything settles down, hopefully we'll be able to explore that further. So definitely opening more stores. I think it's really important that people do have that physical space to come and try the products.
Yeah.
And people will often ask me like, oh, are most of your sales online? And no, it's split down the middle. People are still coming into the store. So, and we certainly have a lot of people in different states that would really love to be able to come and just touch the products and experience the products and speak to someone face to face. So that's definitely in the grand plan. Having said that, I also want to enhance our user experience on our website. So we'll definitely be looking into that, kind of, I guess, nurturing both sides. And making it easier for people to navigate Clean Beauty and learn about the different brands that we carry. So yeah, definitely we want to grow and expand, and that will happen in due course.
Awesome. Awesome. That's really exciting. Well, Erin, thank you so much for being with us today. I've really enjoyed this chat and I've learned a lot. I'm going to open up now to any questions from the people that we have that are watching live on Facebook. If you're watching the recording of this, thank you so much for listening to Erin today. And please do make sure that you go and check the links down below. Follow Clean Beauty Market on Instagram so you can check out those girl chats. And yeah, get in touch with the store if you do want to incorporate some clean beauty products into either your own personal routine or into your makeup kit as well. So thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you can be notified next time I have an amazing interview guest.